while much of the world is still sketching the blueprint. China has already begun pouring the concrete. From sea-crossing bridges stretching toward the horizon, to highways twisting through deep mountains like steel threads in the clouds. To futuristic cities glowing through the night. This is no longer science fiction. It is reality. When nature creates a barrier, Chinese engineers deliver a solution. Where technology reaches its limit, they push beyond it. From a giant telescope, listening to the farthest edges of the universe. To highways cutting across barren deserts, China is not simply building infrastructure. It is building the future. In today's journey, we will explore the super projects that have forced the engineering world to look twice, along with lesser-known mega projects that are just as remarkable, quietly reshaping the way we imagine what is possible.
From above, the Qingdao Bay Bridge looks like a single defiant line drawn straight across the open sea.
So long that the naked eye can't take it all in.
This is one of the longest sea-crossing bridges on Earth. Linking Qingdao to Guangdao in a striking Y-shaped design that branches out to embrace an entire urban region. Six lanes of traffic run side by side with a dedicated emergency lane down the center. Enough to keep vehicles flowing around the clock without pause. But what truly sets this bridge apart isn't its length, it's its lifespan. Engineered to stand for at least a century.
But what truly sets this bridge apart isn't its length, it's its lifespan.
To survive that, every element of its structure is built with specially designed anti-corrosion materials.
And beneath the surface, thousands of steel and concrete piles are driven deep into the seabed,
Anchoring the entire span in place, no matter what the ocean throws at it.
The Yaxi Expressway carves its way between Ya'an and Xichang, slicing through towering mountain peaks and plunging valleys deep enough to swallow entire cities.
Locals call it the highway in the sky. And once you see it, you understand why.
Thick bands of fog roll across the route without warning.
Leaving drivers suspended in a sea of white.
As if the road beneath them has simply vanished.
But what makes this highway remarkable isn't just the view, it's the engineering behind it. Rather than forcing vehicles up brutal inclines, the expressway is designed like a giant staircase, climbing steadily through gentle gradients. No hairpin turns, no white-knuckle switchbacks. Just a smooth, calculated ascent through some of the most unforgiving terrain on the planet.
And the numbers speak for themselves.
Along its path, the Yaxi Expressway crosses 270 viaducts and passes through 25 tunnels.
Most of them blasted directly into solid rock.
Every single one of them built for one purpose:
to punch a safe passage through a landscape that was never meant to be crossed. This isn't just a highway, it's a lifeline.
Opening the door to tourism, trade, and a future that geography alone once made impossible.
As we leave the misty, multi-layered labyrinth of Chongqing behind, we accelerate toward the eastern coast.
Shanghai.
If Chongqing is the cyberpunk capital, Shanghai is the gleaming, hyper-advanced utopia of the 21st century. The moment your feet touch the ground here, you realize that time moves differently. To understand that speed, you do not take a cab from the airport. You board the Shanghai Maglev.
This is not a normal train. It does not even touch the tracks.
बड़े कोणते दिए ठीक का नाव करीं दे ये जी सबसे पचवाते कोणते ये.
Using magnetic levitation, it floats on a cushion of air and shoots across the landscape at a mind-numbing 431 kilometers per hour. The world outside the window blurs into streaks of color as you cover 30 kilometers in just 7 minutes.
Once you step into the heart of the Lujiazui Financial District, you are instantly swallowed by a forest of glass and steel
that pushes the very limits of modern engineering. Standing at the center of it all is the Shanghai Tower.
Reaching a dizzying height of 632 meters, it is the tallest building in China and a structural genius.
Its unique, twisting, spiraling design is not just for showing off.
That twist actually reduces wind loads by 24%, allowing this mammoth structure to withstand the brutal typhoons
that regularly batter the coast. Near the very top, hidden from the naked eye, a fleet of 270 vertical axis wind turbines spins silently,
generating massive amounts of electricity to power the building itself.
Surrounding it are equally iconic giants.
The Oriental Pearl Tower stands out with its futuristic, glowing spheres. And while the Shanghai World Financial Center, famously dubbed the bottle opener,
uses its massive trapezoidal opening to expertly slice through heavy wind pressure.